Hi all, this is Shashank and welcome to my channel. So today I came up with one more beautiful puzzle wherein white has to checkmate black in two moves. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the previous puzzle and hope you're liking all my videos. So if you really like my videos, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. So I will make sure that I will try to post, I will try to make the videos as interesting as possible. So yeah, let's start. Here it's a it can be categorized as a difficult puzzle for the pros and the professional chess players. This can be categorized as medium, but for beginners and for medium level players, this can be categorized as difficult level. So why I'm saying is, although there is checkmate just in two moves, so the moves are like kind of unimaginable. So those are not obvious moves, right? So yeah, you can think what can be the moves. So meanwhile, I will just try to give you the considerations. So what all you have to consider. First thing, for sure, we have to consider the squares available for king to move, right? So king anyway does not have any squares except e4, right? Only king has e4 square to move. So these two squares have been controlled by the bishop, this square by the queen and pawn, this square by the knight and pawn, and anyway these two squares by the queen. So it has only the e4 square to move. So that doesn't mean that if you give check along with, if you hold this e4 square, then you can checkmate king. That's not the way to look at the puzzle, because suppose for example, if you're trying to move queen takes b7 check, so you are giving check to queen as well as you are holding this e4 square. But since you have deviated from this rank, the c5 square is available for king to move. So you have to make sure that it is not allowing king to move anywhere, right? So since this is checkmate in two moves, so first move is still okay, but at least in second move you have to make sure that king cannot move anywhere, as well as it's a checkmate, right? So here there are many moves where white can trap the king, but one thing, like many people won't think about these type of moves. So this we call it as grandmaster level moves. So even though you think of these moves, like you will take a lot of time to think. It's not easy. Usually we try to think of, since the queen is most powerful here among all the pieces here, so we try to think of checkmating with queen, right? So since it can control many squares, so we try to think where to move the queen in the first move. But meanwhile you have to see the other pieces also, because they are as powerful as the queen in such kind of positions. Why I'm saying is, in this case, in many of the variations, so here the pawn also can be powerful, right? Pawn we just consider it as a 1 point, but it can be powerful at times. So I hope some of you might have got the move by now. So I'm gonna reveal the first move. So the first move would be rook to e1, right? So rook e1, for many of you, like, it must be a shocking move. What is there in rook e1? Why you move rook e1? So now you have to checkmate in just one move, right? So many people can't see any move here where there is checkmate. Okay, but there is a checkmate for rook e1. So the main purpose of the move rook e1 is for playing e4 checkmate, right? So there is a possibility of e4 checkmate. Okay, so for example, if black moves c1 is equal to queen, so there is e4 checkmate, right? So for many of the black moves there is a checkmate with e4. That's why I said pawn is also powerful in such cases. But there are some moves where it can avoid this e4 checkmate. How? For example, it can play knight c3. So if it plays knight c3, then there is a straightforward checkmate with knight takes c3, right? So this doesn't work. And this e4 can also be avoided by playing like knight takes c5, sorry, b5, knight takes b5. This is also a move. So how it can avoid e4 is, if white plays e4, then black can come to d4, right? So white knight was controlling this square, so now black can come to e4. But for knight takes b5, then there is another move, queen takes c4 checkmate, right? Okay, so this also doesn't work. So you can think of any other move where e4 is avoided. So there is one more move like bishop g2. Here it's again the straightforward bishop takes g2 checkmate, right? So but there is one more thing like bishop takes f5 check, like black is giving check to white, so you have to avoid this check. I mean, you have to defend from this check, as well as you have to checkmate black in turn in the same move. So that is possible by playing queen takes f5 checkmate, right? So this also doesn't work. So I hope I covered almost all moves which avoids e4 checkmate. So for any other move, there is anyway e4 checkmate. For example, if you play c3, anyway these two pawns, b6 and b7 pawns, cannot be moved. So if you play c3, there is e4 checkmate. And okay, there is one more move, knight d2, so which will avoid e4. But again, same thing as knight c3, because you are allowing white knight to checkmate from c3, right? So this looks very funny move, the rook e1 move initially, but it's a very powerful move because it's allowing this e4 checkmate in many of the variations. So yeah, so this is, I hope this was a very interesting puzzle for you. Hope you like the video. Thanks for watching.